What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a few things on my mind. We're going to talk about just really the news surrounding MMA right now. There's really not a whole lot going on, but there's a few things to talk about. First thing I wanted to talk about was fucking Masvidal versus Covington. I believe that is going to go down at UFC 272, so still got a little bit to go. But I mean, I just cannot fucking wait for that fight, man. It's going to be a huge rivalry. It's going to be up there with the greats. I guarantee it. You know, it'll go down in history. It's probably going to be one of my personal favorites. I just love the whole story. If you don't know the story, look into it. I'll give you a little rundown. I made a little video the other day, you know, doing kind of the same thing. But basically, Masvidal and Covington, when they met, you know, they just hit it off and clicked. And Masvidal actually gave Covington a place to stay. So Covington was sleeping on Masvidal's couch. You know, they were staying in the same little place, training together. Kobe, in return, you know, was helping Masvidal out with his wrestling. And they just got tight, man. You know, they was good friends for a lot of years. And where they're both in the same division, you know, at some point, the paths are going to cross, obviously. And they're both going for that title. They're both trying to be great. And, you know, they're not going to let nothing stand in their way. Not even a great friendship. They were best friends. You can find plenty of videos of them hanging out, talking to each other, you know, clearly stating that they're best friends. Watch the Tales from the Jungle from Jorge Masvidal here on YouTube. As some good content, and you'll see a lot of the real Kobe in that. You know, he's not putting on that act that he ended up eventually having to put on, you know, that everybody knows about. But yeah, you'll see the real Kobe there, and you'll see him and Masvidal being tight. And like I said, they're just not going to let anything stand in their way. They're both going for it. So, you know, what has to happen has to happen. It is what it is. So, I just can't wait because bad blood, fucking best friends, going to fight each other. You know, obviously that's entertaining. That's, you know, just made for TV. I kind of hate the way it went down because it should have went down, them being on the Ultimate Fighter with each other, and then, you know, fighting after, like how it goes. But for whatever reason, they didn't do that. I think that was more on Masvidal's part. He didn't want to be involved in that or whatever, for whatever reason. I think he said it had something to do with it. He didn't want to be away from his family for that long, which, you know, it's understandable. But at the same time, when you got business to take care of, why would you not go do that and make yourself much more famous and, you know, make all that money? And they're just, like I said, it's just made for TV. That's TV, great TV content right there. Them two, you know, daily in the gym, you know, fucking going at each other. That would have been great. So I hate that it didn't go down that way, but at least we're getting the fight, man. I'm fucking very, very excited about it. I can't wait. But the next thing I'm going to talk about is, I didn't know if I was going to talk about this or not, but I'll go ahead and just throw it in this video. Might as well. I'm going to talk about Jake Paul versus Dana White. They've been bumping them heads, going back and forth at each other. It's mainly Jake, you know, going at Dana. He just won't leave him alone, man. You know, he's coming after him over that pay and shit, and making videos, making fun of him, and, you know, like Jake said, he doesn't need Dana. All these other fighters, they can't say anything, and I'm not saying anything either. I fucking love Dana White. I do. I mean, he's a badass, man. He just is. I mean, look what he's done for the UFC and what he made it. It wouldn't be nowhere near what it is today without him. It might not even fucking be here. Y'all know the story of how he ended up with it and everything. So really, it might not even have been here if it wasn't for Dana. So Dana's a huge part, obviously, and I love him. And I'm gonna hate when, you know, the day comes that he ain't there no more. The sport just won't be the same. It just won't. So I'm not saying anything bad about Dana, but, you know, everybody does know about the pay situation and all that, you know, all that stuff. So it is what it is. I understand both sides. I do. So I'm not picking a side. I'm just saying, you know, Jake's coming at him for that, and he's not going to let it go because he doesn't need Dana for anything. Jake's setting up his own shit, doing his own thing. He doesn't need Dana. So he's got, you know, full blast going at him and just trying to, you know, pick at him every which way he can. And it's obviously getting to Dana. It's either getting to Dana or Dana realizes, you know, what can come of it if he, you know, keeps going back with the kid. Because it ain't nothing publicity. You know, any publicity is good publicity. You know, as long as they're talking about you, that's all that matters. So, you know, he is smart as fuck, so he could just be, you know, doing that just for that. But knowing Dana, like, I don't fucking personally know him, obviously, but I've watched him for like fucking 20 years. knowing how he is and how he acts and behaves, it probably is getting to him. And he's like, fuck that kid. He's sick of him. He don't want to hear that shit. To him, he's fucking nothing. You know what I mean? So that's the deal with that. Jake, he made a video going at him not too long ago. Telling him, he's a bitch and blah blah blah. He does cocaine and he don't pay the fighters well. And like I was just talking about, how he doesn't need him and he's not gonna stop. So who knows where that's gonna lead? It could lead into something cool, because he actually offered Dana a deal to if he said he would come fight in the UFC for one fight, just to fight Jorge Masvidal in the UFC, in the Octagon. So, that's pretty wild. You gotta give kid props for that, for real. He's trying to do that. And Dana didn't respond to that. He didn't. I don't think Dana wants any part of that, for a lot of obvious reasons. But, yeah, that's just entertaining and something to keep an eye on right now, The next thing's gonna be fucking Francis and Gain. They're gonna fight this coming weekend. My prediction on that fight, man, probably I'm gonna go with Francis. Probably. I don't really care for either of them, to be honest. Like, neither one of them really excite me to watch them fight. I mean, I know Francis, he gets a lot of knockouts and shit, but I don't know. He doesn't. To me, he just doesn't, get me excited. But I do like watching him knock people out, and I think he'll probably do that to Gain or Gone, however the hell you say it. While we're talking about Francis, let's break him down a little bit. Some of the reasons I don't really mess with him is because I've heard a whole lot about him being like just an arrogant asshole, and being like notoriously hard to work with, being really hard to get deals done for fights, and just a lot of shit that he shouldn't be doing. Like, he acts like he's the fucking king of the whole fucking shit. You know what I mean? He thinks he's like Mike Tyson back in the day, and he's fucking not. So I don't know. He needs to lose that ego he's got, and he might be alright. But that ego keeps a lot of people from fucking with him, including me. That's not the only reason, but it's part of it. So yeah, I think Francis will probably win, even though I don't really mess with him. But another thing I wanted to talk about, there was some news here lately about Sean Strickland knocking a dude out in sparring, and I think even after that there might have been another video come out of him doing something else in sparring, and he either got knocked out or got hurt, or he ended up hurting someone else again or something. I don't know, but that guy was just like a loose cannon. You're always hearing shit about him, getting into it with people and trying to train. So it just seems like he's another one that's kind of notoriously hard to work with. He's either hurting you or whining about him getting hurt. So I don't care a whole lot for him. I really don't. He's kind of exciting. He gets people going and shit. So he knows what he's doing. I mean, he probably, I don't know if he's really like that or if it's just a facade and shit for the cameras. I really don't know. But I don't care a whole lot for him, but I do like he does get me a little bit excited to watch him and shit, because he's always running that mouth. And to be honest, I kind of want to see him get knocked the fuck out just a little bit. So maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Next thing I'm gonna talk about here would be while we're on the topic of UFC 270, which is going down this weekend. I'll make a prediction on Brandon Moreno versus Figueroa. I don't know why they're fighting again. I mean, Davison got soundly beat 2 times, so I don't get why they're going at it again. Probably because it's a tiny division, and those two are like the only ones that are popping or making any kind of news or noise or anything whatsoever. So that's probably why they're going at it again. But truth be told, that fight does not need to go down again, because Moreno's doesn't beat that ass, Prediction for that, you can probably obviously tell now for Moreno. He's probably going to take it, just like he did the first 2 times. The second time he got him, man, that was like quick. He got him good. I forget the stoppage. It might have been a submission. I'm really not sure, but I know he finished him in that fight. I think the first one was a decision win, but he clearly won. You got to clearly win if you're fighting a title fight, and you're the main event, and you're going against the champion. You're the challenger, and it goes all the way to the decision for them to give you that belt, you obviously gotta, really, really soundly beat dude, because, they don't like to give them belts up. If there's even a sliver of a chance for the champion to keep the belt, he's gonna keep the belt. So, he clearly soundly beat him that time, and obviously the second time he stopped him. So, I don't think it needs to happen again, and I think Moreno's got it. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I did want to apologize to you guys for, I'm being so spotty. I'm here and there. I'll make a video, a little short. I'll put a little short out, and I won't make another long video like this for a fucking month. I'll be going on a hiatus. I don't know why I do that, to be honest with you. It's just, I don't like to be on camera all the time. Just be straight up. Like, I don't like to do this all the time, but I do love talking about MMA. So when there's shit going on, I do get excited and want to come talk with y'all about it. Clearly I love this shit. Notice I got another couple pictures up here my wife painted. I got another Conor McGregor picture. I've got one hanging up over here right off camera you can't see. We already had that one, and I like it. It's a good one too, but it's a little bit bigger than all these, and obviously I need these all to be the same size because we're going to cover this whole wall, and they're all going to, be like that throughout the entire wall. Eventually I'll probably end up taking it down and, up higher and all the way down. I mean, I love UFC. Been watching it my whole life, so I got a lot of people to pick from. And my wife likes to paint sometimes. So, when she does, she'll bust me out 2 or 3 of them at a time. And I love them. I really do. I love them. The new ones here are Joanna Jacek. I know I fucking butchered that. That's the hardest name in the world to fucking say. Call her the Boogie Woman. She, if you don't get the joke, it's like space and a UFO in the background. Looking like a fucking alien. If y'all don't get that joke, y'all probably, haven't watched that fight where she came out looking like a fucking alien afterwards. She had that big old hematoma on her fucking forehead. If you haven't seen that, go look that shit up, and then you'll get that. She looked like a straight up alien, bro. No disrespect, but I mean, she did. And then another new one, I think that the Khabib one, I think that was already there. But yeah, I'm gonna end up filling up this whole thing. And look, by chance, I swear to God, I didn't plan this. By chance, look who the fuck ended up right beside each other. Got Khabib and McGregor right beside each other, and I swear to God, we didn't plan that. So that's just kind of funny. I had a little laugh about that. But this McGregor picture, the one over there, it's done. I might end up putting it somewhere eventually. But that it's not completely finished. If you can tell, I don't know if you can really see it that far. But his tattoos, I've got it drawn on there, but I haven't got it painted yet. I don't know if my wife's going to end up making me paint it or she'll end up doing it for me. I don't know. Hopefully she'll do it because I fucking suck at painting. I'm not, very good. This is the shit that I paint. It's another new thing in the little studio here. I got a bottle of Proper 12 over here. Supporting the Irish, supporting Conor. That's really, and I moved my setup around. I got it in this little corner. Threw them gloves up there. Just trying to change it around. Trying to have a nice little aesthetic here for y'all to look at. Something nice for y'all to look at. I like it. I like this little corner. I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks good on camera. And eventually, once I get more of these pictures, I'm going to have to figure out how to set this up a little bit better to where I'll be able to get them all in. That probably won't happen, to be honest with you, but if I keep doing this and, it goes somewhere, maybe one day I can actually get, an actual studio. But, that's really far from now, that's way in the future. And that's only if I continue to do this and, keep putting the work in. There's a lot to this, man. Like, sure, you can just whip your phone out and, make a video at any time. But, like, if you want real good quality content, I mean, you got to think about everything. You got to think everything through, everything. And, you got to really be on your shit. Another thing I wanted to talk about, let's see. What was it? There was something else I thought. There's really not a whole lot going on in MMA right now, man. I don't know what's going on. I wish fucking Conor, I can't wait for him to come back. Not sure where he's going to come back to. I don't know if he's going to go to welterweight or what. It looks like that motherfucker beefed up, son. He's big. He definitely taking advantage of them roids he's getting for that leg, probably, allegedly. I don't know. But he did get pretty fucking big out of nowhere. But I can't wait for him to come back and fight. Give a fuck who he fights. I don't care if he fights the fucking cameraman, bro. I really don't give a fuck. I just love Conor. Uh, yeah, sure, he's faded, in the past few years. Shit's happened, he's not as great as he once was, but I'll never forget Conor, man. He changed the fucking sport. A lot of people don't give Conor his credit. He gets a lot of hate just because he's so confident and brash and just, says what the fuck he says and means. And, whatever he thinks, he says it. And it just is what it is. You fucking deal with it, I love that about him. And, he's real intelligent. He really is. He's a lot smarter than people, give him credit for. He has managed to stay relevant this long. I mean, you can't watch any type of MMA shit, like anything, bro. Really, hardly, without McGregor being brought up in one way or another. But, yeah, I can't wait for him to come back. Another thing I wanted to talk about, yeah, O'Malley. That's my second favorite fighter, right behind Conor. I don't know, he almost takes first. He almost goes above Conor. I don't know why, I just love O'Malley, bro, I do. He started these paintings here. He was actually the first one that we had got done. My wife, she painted that. I drew the jersey and the tattoos and shit. We did that, collabed on it together. And I posted on my Instagram, and O'Malley actually commented on it. So that was cool as fuck. So I just started, we started doing them all. And I just think it's a cool idea, really, to have that whole wall full of them, because why the fuck not? And it looks nice and it's cool, and it goes with everything I'm talking about. So I love it. But yeah, O'Malley, what I wanted to talk about is like what to do with him next. I think he needs to go ahead and step up in competition. I know, the contract, and he's playing it smart. He's going to fight these bums until he starts making legit money to actually fight these killers and shit, you know what I mean? But I think his next fight, while people are on it, and people are talking about it, and, it's fresh in people's minds, coming off that press conference and shit, I think he should fight Cody. Honestly, I know he kind of doesn't want to. He was saying something about, he shouldn't be going to fight someone that's been, just knocked out that many times. But, man, Cody's a legend. Cody's great. Yeah, that's another person, that doesn't get the credit he deserves a lot of the time. He, man, honestly, one of my favorite performances of all time. I mean, it's right up there. I'd have to really dig deep to find one better. The only one that comes to mind, even close to that, is McGregor's performance over Alvarez. But when fucking Cody fought TJ, or not TJ, my bad, that was his downfall. But before that, when he won the belt, when he was fighting Cruz, when he fought Dominic Cruz, man, that was the slickest shit I have ever seen in the octagon. I mean, he was literally dancing on his ass, bro. He was missing shots, like, fucking just dancing, playing around. I mean, might as well have his fucking hand on his forehead, you know what I'm saying? Come on. Like, put his hands behind his back, dancing, like, what's that? And fucking, his little thing. I mean, he fucked him up and made him look like he didn't even belong in there. And Dom is world class. Dom, he's another one of my favorite fighters. Dom's a bad man. He is. Dom's really smart in there. He's got a really high fight IQ. He's fucking tough as nails. And, he's got a lot of good defense as well as offense. So, Dom's really good. He really is. And like I said, Cody made him look like that was his fucking first fight ever. Like he didn't even belong in there, man. Made him look like an amateur. So, like, I wish Cody could get back to being that Cody. I really do, man. But I think he should fight O'Malley. I really do. I hate to say it, but I think he'd get knocked out clean by O'Malley. It'd be another knockout for him. And I would really hate that. I really would. I wouldn't want to see that. I would, but I wouldn't. It would be great to watch, and fucking root for O'Malley and getting that highlight reel knockout over a fucking legend. That'd be awesome. But at the same time, I got a lot of love for Cody, and I'd hate to see him get knocked out again, just to be honest with you. And that's where, Sean's coming from. As much as, he talks shit about Cody and stuff, he's got respect for him, obviously. So, I get where Sean's coming from, why he doesn't want to fight him right now. Maybe if he was to come back and, beat a few people soundly, really good, have good performances, then maybe, Sean would take him on. That's kind of what Sean's saying right now. But I really don't think he should wait just because of the hype. The hype's been building for a minute now, and I feel like that press conference was kind of the peak, and, now it's time to move forward with it. Cody, win or lose, you know, he'll go out there and he'll fight his ass off like every time, and you know, you gotta respect that. If he gets knocked out, he gets knocked out. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on him for it. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna be his fan. So you know, I think they should do it now. But you know, that's the happenings of MMA right now. Like I said, not a whole lot going on, but you know, the few things we did talk about is pretty interesting. But that's about it, man. Like I said, I did want to apologize to you guys for the inconsistency. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent. You know, put more shit out, more videos, make more videos like this, and I'm just gonna try to, you know, try to be better. Try to put more work in this shit and actually take it a little more serious. But I appreciate every one of y'all. You know, I really do. Every one of y'all that watches my shit and follows me and likes and comments and all that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. It means the fucking world to me, bro. I love doing this. I really do. It's a passion for me, and that's why I do it. Like I said in one of my last videos, I just do this because I fucking love MMA so much. I love the sport. You know, I love UFC. Fucking love Dana White, Chuck, Tito. You know, that's what brought me into the sport. Back when I was a little kid, my dad watched that shit, and I just always loved it, man. Always. I've always loved it. Since the day I laid eyes on it, I've loved this shit. So I just want to do this, man, and just be as close to the sport as I can. Maybe if this takes off and takes me somewhere down the road and, you know, gets me a little closer to maybe talking to some of these stars and, you know, all these fucking legends. I'd love to get fucking interviews, man. Imagine me sitting back on this couch with fucking, say, Bisbing or somebody, you know what I mean? That would be awesome. That'd blow my fucking mind, bro. That'd be awesome. But hopefully that's where we go. That's, you know, that's where this is headed. Hope it's just an upward trajectory from here. I've got 70 subscribers. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. You know, for just starting out. It's pretty hard to get subscribers on YouTube. I should be doing the whole TikTok thing and everything as well. But just to be straight up with you, like, I know I would have a better chance of popping off on TikTok. But I just don't like TikTok. I'm sorry, I just don't. So I have one, and I'll post a video on there here and there. But I just really don't fuck with it. I like YouTube better. So I'm going to be here. I'm going to stick with this. So you'll be able to find me here at Just Jake Bro Dan. You see it right there. In case y'all didn't know, my name is Jake. Actually weird. It sounds a lot like Jake Paul. My name is Jake Law. So I don't know. Just think that's funny. But yeah, man. I'm going to try to be more consistent for y'all. I really appreciate y'all fucking with my shit. I really do. Thank y'all. I'm out.